Kind of hopefully a quick response video to some guy, Trifle Gapunage or something. Post a link. Seems like a reasonable enough guy. Yeah, this, the polite people are, it's kind of hard to hate the polite. But, the unpolite have their place too, one should hope, like myself. But anyway, so yeah, he's basically arguing that this metaphysical stuff has some hope of coming true, that will somehow discover some truth that'll say, yes, this is why this was all on purpose, and this somehow all makes sense, and that the universe isn't fucktarded and stupid. And he says that in a nice way, but he doesn't back it up with anything really. He just makes the hopey kind of argument, or something like that. I mean, maybe isn't even hope. I don't know what it is. It's just yes, we're incredibly ignorant. I love when people keep saying that, like we don't know anything. We know a lot. We've discovered a lot. We know certainly that it's, gods didn't build the universe. A bunch of gods, who, I don't know, have sword fights and, eat octopus for dinner or something. I mean, if there is a god, he doesn't really, he's not, we're not made in his image, for certain. That we evolved through 4 billion years. I mean, this all has a consequence, and you can keep saying that there's some hope, that there's intelligence behind it, but I just think that argument is so easy to defeat. I mean, it's everything about our intelligence says you don't waste. All right, I mean, that's one of the first things that just becomes logically obvious, is you don't waste whatever it is you value. And I mean, I think we can determine what's valuable. Let's not argue what is valuable and what's not valuable. But any bit of logic is going to figure out that waste is stupid. I mean, you just don't squander stuff. And consciousness has been squandered. 4 billion years of conscious, 2 billion years of conscious organisms. And there's been a lot of wasted suffering, wasted conscious experience of a negative quality that has been experienced. You wouldn't just sit back. I mean, if you had a population that you were responsible for, you wouldn't have like penicillin in your back pocket and just say, I'm not going to give it to them for a few 100 million years. Yeah, I'll wait a few 100 million years to give them the penicillin. That would be insane, and intelligence wouldn't do that. So I mean, obviously, if and intelligence, so I mean, I think we can logically conclude there's no gods managing our lives, caring for us, worrying about us, concerned about helping us, get through this thing, helping us progress. They're not doing anything. The intelligence, whatever the intelligence exists in the universe, it doesn't care. Okay, it's not actively participating now. And so you can argue that it was there at the beginning, and that the intelligence, fired the whole thing up. But then also the argument becomes, why would an intelligence do that? Why would an intelligence start something it couldn't finish, or didn't have any prospect of finishing, or being able to see it through to its conclusion and make sure it all worked out okay? That would stop it from annihilating itself, or annihilating half of itself in some fiery nuclear horror, that left human beings radioactive and their skin peeling off and all kinds of shit. No, come on, intelligence wouldn't do that. It wouldn't roll those kind of dice. Only a retard would roll those dice. And so that's what you're stuck with. So if you're going to say there's a metaphysical truth, the metaphysical truth is that there's some retard, some soap opera queen, some dumb bimbo, some fucktarded beer drinking Yankees fan or something who initiated the whole universe, who never got through high school, just some dumb fucktard who just wants to get his 57 Chevy or something, and he's the guy who started the whole universe because he didn't really understand the consequences. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're going to invent a god, or say there was one, or say there was some metaphysical forces that initiated the game, and that's why the game has some sort of hope of being reasonable and rational. But then you're going to turn that into a fucktard, and then you're going to have to say, well, why would the universe create a fucktard creator? I mean, you know, we can keep going back and back with this creation thing. And I think, so from a couple of logical roads, you get to the same conclusion. It doesn't work. Intelligence can't come from nothing. And if it exists, it's not going to do stupid things. And there's too much stupidity in the format of this life game for anything that has any kind of intelligence to say, yes, go ahead and play that game with sensitive, sentient creatures. It just doesn't make any sense. And then, like I said, then add on the fact that, you know, humans' intelligent life is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of the history of life on Earth. I mean, it's just minuscule. It doesn't, you know, it's, again, doesn't even fit between my fingers in terms of its proportion of the amount of time. 10,000 years, 15,000, 20,000 years of partially civilized human life versus 2 billion years to get there, and to get there in a way that is completely, has every appearance of being aberrational. I mean, not being the routine. Natural selection does not routinely give animals abilities they can't use for thousands and thousands of years. You know, they have to go to high school and get civilized and learn a bunch of truths before they can even fully utilize. And that's basically what our intelligence is. It was a potential that we couldn't use when we were giving it. And so, you know, well, anyway, there's just so many ways that this doesn't make sense, that there's any kind of metaphysical hope of a rational universe here. We got to deal with the fact that we're part of an irrational, stupid, unengineered, dumb system. It's a dumb system. We're part of it, and we got to account for that. So, yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Off button. Sorry, we'll go off now. Yeah, only 7 minutes. That's pretty cool. I guess I'm getting tired of you people. No point in talking. You're all so fucking stupid. No, sorry. No offense intended. Can I get away with that? You're all fucking idiots. No offense intended. Sorta.